All right, guys, welcome back. Western Sharpies RC. Thanks for joining me, and welcome to this new build of mine. As you can tell, it's a ship, going to be a ship. This is just the hull. All the pieces are printed up, 7 pieces in total, and it's just an absolutely massive print. I've never printed anything this big before. It was quite stressful, but it printed well. Nothing got bunged up, except for this one spot here, which was an easy fix. I just had to glue these little pieces back on. I've increased the size from the original design to 120%. So it's about a 3-foot long boat. Whether it's gonna be a static model or an RC, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know boats that well, so it's kind of a different beast with the electronics and the drivetrain and all that. But did a little research and kind of found out what they look like online. I like the look of this ship. They're called Victoling Inshore Crafts, which was like a wartime ship, like a steamship that carried cargo and some other stuff. I don't know. But anyway, the first thing I did was went on the Thingiverse and checked out some different ships. And this was the one that kind of caught my eye. Pretty neat looking ship. But keep in mind, just because it's on Thingiverse doesn't mean it's a completed design. It's happened to me many times before where I've started to print something and it just doesn't print. So the first thing I like to do is check to see if anybody else has made it. And you can see here, it's been made 6 times before, and they posted some pictures of their builds. So I'm gonna go look through all those pictures. There's no instructions, so it's gonna be a little tricky as to know what goes where and what files are used and what are not used. But pretty neat looking ship. 350 plus hours on the printer, about 2.5 kilos of plastic, so a lot of time went into just printing this hull. So I wanted to include all the footage should anybody choose to maybe try to build something like this themselves. Hopefully this helps out, or if you just want to watch it for entertainment value. But as you can see, the designer included these little holes here, or tubes, or whatever you want to call them, so that when you line up each piece, you can stick like a dowel or a metal rod in there to line it up and maybe give it a little strength. So I started to do that. I just pulled out some wooden dowels that fit between those holes, and I'm going to chop them all up and then slip them through, and then I'll glue it all together and prime it 3-4 times, and then paint it up and all that stuff. So I started to print some of the bits that go on top. I don't really know what all this stuff is called, but this was called the superstructure. I guess below that was the motor, and then this here is obviously the cabin, or the cab, or wherever they hang out and drive the thing, right? So pretty neat print. A lot of detail to this thing. So I'm really excited to put it all together. It's going to take a long time, but I've even designed my own little life preserver, whatever those are called, those round ringy things that you toss into the water so that buddy can hang on. But anyway, that's it. I don't want to waste too much time blabbing, but I did want to show you guys all the pieces. They printed like this on the printer, and you can see just the printer did a real nice job. No shifting in the layers, no cancerous bits. It can be pretty stressful because I've had it happen before where you're printing something like this one here was a 2.5-day print, and then 3/4 of the way that the power will go out, or the printer will just have a mind of its own, and it'll ruin the print, and that money's and time and all that plastic is gone. So this one printed very nice. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Any questions, comments, feel free to leave down below. Otherwise, hope you enjoy this build series, and we'll see you in the next one.
Is continuing for possible survivors of the Edmund Fitzgerald, a 729-foot ore carrier, which apparently broke apart and sunk last night on Lake Superior. The ship and its 29-man crew vanished in a storm with 80-mile-an-hour winds and wave heights up to 25 feet. All that has been found is an oil slick and some debris.
The legend lives on from the Chippewa down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty.